Lads, gather round now. Pull up a chair, grab a pint, and let me tell you the curious tale of little Ronnie and the giant. Hey! Well, down in Cape Town Parliament, beneath the cameras bright, a minister stepped boldly up to lecture wrong from right. Ronnie waved his finger high with all the wisdom he assumes, then tripped upon his own big words and crashed across the room. He called across the ocean wide to 70 million souls, declared them all barbarians with hearts as black as coal. He thundered they deny the rights all decent folks demand, then accidentally mocked himself before the whole damn land. Human rights for humans, well, who else would they be for? The goldfish and the parakeets, the donkey at the store. Human rights for humans, a genius takes the floor. He opens up his mouth so wide his boot comes flying out once more. Now Ronnie climbed the ladder fast, though no one quite knows how. Perhaps the ANC was drunk when they anointed him somehow. From justice to foreign affairs they proudly gave promotion, as every speech he makes creates a fresh diplomatic commotion. He spins tall tales and nonsense lines with confidence absurd. Half the pub starts laughing before he's finished every word. The journalists keep writing it, the diplomats all groan, while Ronnie keeps on rambling like a bagpipe badly blown. Human rights for humans, raise another pint and cheer. The deeper that the lad thinks, the less sense we all hear. Human rights for humans, the philosophy profound, like a rooster giving lectures while he's pecking at the ground. Oh, brave little Ronnie marched up to the mic to wrestle the giant America. But the giant just blinked and scratched his great chin, while Ronnie kept shouting hysteria. He called them racists, villains too, with outrage loud and grand. But half the world just tilted heads and asked, what's wrong with this man? Oi! Fill it up again, boys! Every pub from Cork to Joburg laughs into their beer. Whenever Ronnie gives a speech, the punchline soon appears. For every mighty giant needs a comic little foe, and Ronnie plays the part so well wherever winds may blow. Still, perhaps we should thank the lad for all the joy he brings. For few men turn diplomacy into comedy routines. He may not grasp philosophy or history or facts, but saints above he gives the pub's material by the stacks. Human rights for humans, sing it loud and sing it clear. If wisdom were a whiskey shot, Ronnie'd still want beer. Human rights for humans, the scholars all applaud, for no one else could make a phrase sound quite so strange and odd. Human rights for humans, now lift your mugs once more and pray the next great speech he gives ain't dumber than before. Ronnie lad, next round's on the philosopher.
Marvin Devine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
Friday, May 29th, 2026, the final Friday of the month of May. Been an eventful month, to say the least. Let's see what the day has in store for us. It's midday here on the East Coast of the United States. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are around the world. We'll do a quick sound check here. Thank you for tuning in. All right, sound. The sound is pretty good. All right, thanks for joining us for the news today. As always, many things to talk about. Do appreciate your patronage. Be sure to hit that like button if you don't mind. If you want to chat, feel free to chat. That chat rate, the higher it goes, the more people get drawn to it. The algorithm goes, ooh, there's attention. There's something happening here. And people come over and join the program. When the chat rate's slow, not many people join the broadcast. So feel free to chat away. Just be respectful and polite to others. All righty. Yes, so ProBlocks says hello from South Africa. Well, welcome, ProBlocks. All right. So I just I had a couple problems here. You know, I've got an autocorrect on my mobile that corrects south to spalp. It puts a P instead of O every time I do it. So I have to go back, and someone caught that. And also, I typed Woolworths and it autocorrected to misspell it. I mean, I need to fix the dictionary in my mobile or just get a new mobile. Because that is becoming quite frustrating. I also just released a second video about Jacob Zuma accusing Cyril Ramaphosa of Stalingrad tactics. Hello, Kettle. Pot, this is Kettle. You're black. The irony is not lost on me, but it's lost on some South Africans. So the State Department is not happy with Ronald Lamola's racially invective nonsense. And that video is still performing reasonably well for me today. It's at 1,600 people per hour. It went up from the last 2 hours. It went up to 1,600 from 11 to 12. So more people coming from work, and thank you for that. Please keep joining the program. You'll get the news here. We are quite busy bees in this program. All righty. So that song was inspired by Ronald Lamola, who once again put his foot in his mouth, calling the MAGA movement a racist movement that opposes LGBTQ. And on that note, I need to very quickly, if I can find this, I want to read this before we get into the program. This is from a South African, and it was very poignant and heartfelt. So I want to read it. And he put his name to it, so I'm sure he doesn't mind me reading it. Let me see where it's at. Come on. Now, I'm not going to be able to find it. Watch. I should have done a screen capture. Okay, where's it at? I thought it was right near the top. Apparently, did he delete it? That's a shame. I hope it wasn't deleted. It was a lovely comment from a gentleman who is a gay South African living here in America. Most relevant. Let's see the top comments. Let's see if that's there. Okay. No, wow, this is crazy. My moderators better not have deleted that. I'm not seeing here. Wow, this is very frustrating. Interesting. Let's just do the ones I responded to. Okay, I'm doing a search. Anyway, that's weird. Try this. Maybe it was the previous one video. So apologies, folks, but this is important. Maybe it's here. I thought it was on that video, the one I just did. It's not here either. Anyway, my apologies. That was a very good comment about someone who says they're gay and lives in Chicago, and it just seems to be missing now. YouTube can be a very funny partner, to say the least. All right. I really wanted to read that message, and it's gone. That really torques my shorts. No, I didn't say you delete anything, Erica. I said I hope my moderators didn't delete it. So let me just go to comments, dashboard, and just take the comments, and maybe it'll be there. Most recent comments. Published, yeah, there we go. Published most recently one, so. No, not here, man. Wow. I wonder if the poster removed it. It's a shame, because it was really good. These aren't even in order, you know. I'll tell you. Cool Bean says he can't comment anymore, but I've looked him up, and he's not blocked. So, I don't understand. Anyway. He's commenting on my videos, so. And see, the thing is, only subscribers can comment on videos. So, I don't know how he can comment on the video, but he can't comment during chat. That's weird. Anyway, it's not there, so we're going to move on with the news. Now I'm really upset about that. Billy, you can see it. Okay. Yeah, send me a screenshot. Okay. Are you on WhatsApp with me? Just send me that screenshot. Yeah, I don't understand why I can't see that comment. Now, which video is it on, Billy? Thank you. It's a very good comment. I want to read it on air for people. Yeah, so which video was that on? I thought it was on the most recent one. The State Department not happy. I would have sworn it was that one, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, it's weird. So, published, yeah, and newest, most relevant, top comments, and then the filter. Yeah, I put Chicago and nothing came up there. Huh. Yeah. That's very strange. Very strange. Yeah, so why can't I see it, but you guys can see it? Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to read this to you guys. Okay, thank you. I got it, guys. Don't worry about the screenshot. I finally found it. I went through about 4 times, and I apologize for wasting about 2 minutes of your time, but this is an important one. So I want to read this comment to you, okay? When is this? Okay, it was from Gary, okay? Oh, boy. No, there it is, okay. So, Gary, refugee, happy in Chicago. Dear Chris Wyatt, my LGBTQ rights. I want to thank you for speaking up for the Afrikaner refugees and for defending our right to seek safety and dignity in the United States. I recently saw the comments by Ronald Mullis suggesting that MAGA supporters or Republicans are somehow hostile towards LGBTQ people in America. As a gay Afrikaner living currently in Chicago, I feel compelled to speak from my own lived experience. I'm openly gay. I'm also naturally quite effeminate. So people generally know immediately that I'm gay, even without me having to say it. Since arriving in the United States, I've interacted with both Republicans and Democrats, including many MAGA supporters. Without exception, I've been treated with kindness, respect, and humanity. That directly contradicts the narrative being pushed by the African National Congress government. One of the reasons I came to America is because I no longer felt safe or protected in South Africa. I believe the ANC government has failed many minorities, including Afrikaners, and has created an atmosphere where people like me are increasingly feel unwelcome, marginalized, and vulnerable. President Trump publicly acknowledged the persecution and suffering many Afrikaners are facing, and that recognition mattered deeply to me. I did not come to the United States out of ignorance. I follow the news closely and understand America has political disagreements and cultural debates, just like every other country. But what I personally found here was freedom, opportunity, and basic human respect from ordinary Americans across the political spectrum. I have absolutely no remorse about coming to the United States, and I have no intention of ever returning to South Africa. America has given me hope, dignity, and a sense of safety that I no longer felt back home. Thank you again for giving Afrikaners a voice and for challenging misleading narratives. Sincerely, Gary Young, Chicago, Illinois. Yep. And my response to him was, thank you kindly for sharing your story. The lazy labeling by leftists of conservatives is all too familiar. In reality, most conservatives have respect for others, including the gay community. People twist words and statements and lie about conservatives and are supported by the corrupt media and evil politicians. They conflate rule of law with racism or hatred of foreigners or opposition to drag queen story time as hating gays. Actually, drag queens aren't necessarily even gay. Many drag queens are straight. But we see those folks for who they are, dividers. And that's what I wrote. So that's what that little soliloquy was for. Thank you for 35 Rand Super Chat. Yes, I know Woolworth sent that email and somebody sent it to me. I just saw that too. Okay, got it, Billy. Thank you for sending that to me. Sorry, I'm responding to Lou's message. Lou sent me a message. Lou, the person you wrote to me about, if you want to take action about that, that's your prerogative. Feel free to do it. All right. Now, what was that message someone just sent me a moment ago? Oh, here it is. Hannah sent this to me. Okay. So, from Woolworths. Dear so-and-so, I wanted to inform you directly about 2 separate incidents targeting our stores this week. It's important to me that our customers are kept updated on key issues like this and that you hear the news directly from us. In the early hours of the morning of both Thursday the 28th and Friday the 29th, improvised explosive devices were detonated at Woolworth stores between 1 and 2 a.m. when the stores were closed. The first occurred in Pretoria at Menlyn Park store and the second in Bloemfontein at the Preller Square branch. While our Menlyn store was reopened, Woolworth's Preller Square remains closed while investigation is underway. More importantly, I'm relieved to share that no one was harmed in either instance. Some staff members are understandably shaken by the events, and our team is providing all the necessary support. On both occasions, we have formed the South African Police Service immediately, who initiated a sweep of the areas, ensuring no further threats were present. The Hawks have been appointed to investigate. Authorities have our full support. Yeah. So the rest of the message isn't there. So it's just at the bottom it was clipped off. But anyway, that came from Woolies. Pretty scary stuff here, folks. What's happening in South Africa? It really is frightening stuff. Yeah. And then Franz gave a $10 super chat. said that, may I humbly request you to see the WhatsApp message I've sent you this morning. I'm deeply moved by the plight of fellow refugee. I briefly looked at your message there, Fonz. Thank you for $10. What are the purpose of these refugee agencies? And I don't understand how this situation keeps cropping up, how people are left in this situation. It's left to those of us to take out of our pockets to help people who are in a bad situation, who don't have basic things. I mean, quite frankly, this is a legitimate complaint for the Office of Refugee Resettlement. I'll take a closer look at it later on, but yes. Don't forget, folks, today the first of the URC quarterfinals is taking place. This afternoon, Glasgow is playing against Connick, and I'm pulling for Connick. And there was a 35 Rand super chat there that came from Tion. Thank you so much for that super sticker. And then we've got another one from Vander. Just to thank you for your kind heart and hard work. You're very welcome. And Herman sent another 140 Rand. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Oh, wow. So I've just got two of the, okay, you guys got to see this. Okay. So the attacks are now coming. I'm going to tell you, here they come. I'll tell you right now. You ready for this? This will now, we will see it come. These two known agitators and troublemakers have just subscribed to my Facebook page. So I will tell you who they are, and watch the attacks on my Facebook page start soaring. Do you see those two names? Hard to see that. I'm trying to find a place where it maybe it'll. So is there a way to block people from your Facebook page? Shoot. God bless it. I can't. So it's Gideon Simon and Bianca von Vijk, both of which are slanderous people who've made outrageous, ridiculous, and shameful criminal injury comments in the past. Both of them. So both just subscribed to my Facebook page within the past hour. And there's a whole bunch of them. They're not the only ones. So, oh yeah, here they come. Oh wow. 1 hour ago. Ladies and gentlemen, all of a sudden an hour ago. Yep. 1 hour ago. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, Muhammad Ali, right? 15, 16, 17. 17 of these people subscribed to my channel exactly 1 hour ago. Exactly 1 hour ago on Facebook. Get ready for that. Get ready for that. Yep. So we know what's coming there. We know what's coming there. So those who become moderators on that channel, heighten vigilance, please. Heighten vigilance. Yep. So get ready for that. Yep. Yep, if that doesn't show the attacks against your coordinated, not sure what does. Exactly. Yep, that's a coordinated attack. Yeah, pretty obvious. Yep, pretty obvious. There is a way to block people on Facebook. Okay. All right, well, we'll deal with that afterwards. Yep. So one of my mods can go there now and block those two people because this is clearly a coordinated attack. Yep. We know how they operate. They fear the truth. They fear honest discourse. And they hide behind slanders and criminal injuria and defamation. And they think that they won't be prosecuted. Yeah. Sadly, for each of these people who've published public comments, there is a prima facie case for criminal prosecution against them and civil. Alan says it's going to be just like the plan in Hollywood in 1998. 28 years later, no arrests have been made. I thought that Pagad was behind that. Didn't they arrest people from Pagad for that bombing? Yep. Anyway, so there you go. So there you go. They've tried on this platform and they've failed, so they're trying it there. So I told you that's why Facebook is untrustworthy. The video that had no nudity on it was removed 4 times in a week and reinstated 4 times by Facebook because there was no nudity on it. Yep. Yep. So. Yep. Anyway. Shameful people. Anyway. What is it? What's your point there, Anthony? It's a Jewish company. What is your point? Because it's being attacked by Arabs? Is that what your point is? Oh, it does show desperation. Yeah, that's what I thought. Members of Pagad were arrested and convicted. That was my memory. Saleh Mgiba is describing himself. He says, Saleh is looking in the mirror, is calling himself a coward. He says he hates South Africa to write rubbish every day. No, you're a liar. You're a piece of human feces there, buddy. So let me just help you out with that. You're dimmer than a 2-watt light bulb. So let's just do this. Hate South Africa, really? Here we go. Let's take a look at this. Hate South Africa. See these racist pigs come on here and try this nonsense. So let's see. For someone that hates South Africa, this is quite the odd. We're going to have a little fun. See, now they're trying to do an attack here. They're coming here, but it's not going to work here. They're going to try it here too. But for someone that hates South Africa, this is a funny video to make. Basotho Cultural Village, Golden Gate Park, South Africa, a 16th to 21st century experience. Wow, why would somebody put that on their channel if they hate South Africa? No, not Bianco. Bianco from Bite. Hello, folks. Join me as we take a look at the Basotho Cultural Village. A visit to the Basotho Cultural Village at the foot of the Drakensberg Mountains in the Free State will give the visitor an insight into the lifestyle of the South Sotho peoples from the 16th century to the present day. The Basotho Cultural Village lies along the R7112 from Harrismith in the eastern side of the Golden Gate National Park, or from Clarence traveling through the park. The tour begins at the Katloa under the expert guidance of a tour guide. In my case, his name was Twice. A visitor cannot enter the chief's village and explore the way of life of his people without first receiving the chief's permission. Now, the chief is a generous host, and he'll offer you a sip of Sotho beer as a token of hospitality, and you may engage in a traditional game of Maraba Raba at the Ngaka, the chief's bone thrower. Oh yeah, that looks like hatred of South Africa. What a moron. What a moron. What a moron. What an absolute moron. See, these racists, they can't handle discourse. They have to come here and call people names. He waited a whole 20, 30 minutes to do that. Or he's been a subscriber for a while. Yeah, you like the Cheetahs jersey. Well, I was in the Free State. That's why I had it. So that's that one. Let's see. So here's another one. Boy, hate South Africa so much. And look at this. Hating South Africa. So here we go. Another promotion of South Africa. The last speaker of Nu. Hey folks, welcome back to the program. This is Chris in Uppington in the Northern Cape, and I'm kind of excited. Been waiting 3 years to do this interview. 3 years. I'm here with a very interesting lady, Oma Katerina Esau, who's the last known speaker of a language that I do a very poor job of explaining. If I pronounce it correctly, it might be Nu, but no. Close? Okay, close. So, Oma Katerina Esau.
Okay, it's all right. Maar voor mij, gaan geen moesten.
Yeah.
And I
I
just,
get myself ready, get
Yeah, it's
dressed
all
and
that's dressed up and ready to
everything,
see.
And then you go to
Oh yeah, that looks like someone who hates South Africa. Yeah, not. These stupid people. So we give one more here. Do one more here. Here we go. These lies about me. We're at the oldest wine vineyard in South Africa, established back in 1685, and that's Fruit Constantia. I hope I got that correct. Is that pretty good? Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. So let's be clear about this. Hate South Africa? No. Moron. I love South Africa. And you're dim-witted racist. That's why you say that. And we, you know, we really have something for you. Really have something for you, okay? This is for you, buddy. Take your racist bullshit elsewhere. and your target attacks can go sit in a corner and play with your pud, because we don't like racists.
Trolls uninvited. Why they be coming here with all their nonsense, typing little tantrums like they're building some suspense, messing up the cool vibe, bringing on the scene, acting like the internet's a middle school canteen.
Sad little lurkers with their bargain bin rage, throwing cheap insults from a lonely little cage, stirring up the pot but adding nothing new, just a cloud of grumpy blah blah breaking through.
Oh no, here they go again, another keyboard warrior looking for a friend, but misery ain't company tonight. We're dancing in electric light. No more trolls,
No more moody blues,
no more sour faces spreading bad reviews.
no more trolls. Take your drama home.
This is joy and glitter, not your grumble dome.
Hey, hey, get a life.
Find a hobby, ride a bike,
Call your mama, tuck some grass.
maybe learn a little class.
No more trolls tonight.
What is missing from their lives anyway?
Did nobody hug them back in the day?
Did mama and pa not spank them enough?
Now they act online like they're hilariously tough,
Internet goblins lurking after dark.
leaving cranky comments like aggressive little sharks,
Is the web the only joy they ever find?
posting nasty bio while they slowly lose their minds.
So please, not another speech from Captain Negative. Preach, preach, preach.
Your Debbie Downer energy's expired.
This party is way too bright to get tired.
No more trolls, no more doom and gloom.
You can take that funky attitude right out the room.
No more trolls, no more bitter souls.
We got happy hearts and glitter disco gold.
Glitter disco gold.
Read the sign.
Good vibes only all the time.
If you came to wreck the fun.
Sorry, babe, your time is done.
No more trolls tonight.
Hate wankers, go home.
Somebody's typing in all caps again.
Should we panic?
Nope.
Maybe take a nap.
Maybe get a snack.
Maybe realize the world.
Doesn't need your endless flag.
We're too busy laughing,
Too busy alive
too busy dancing.
to kill the vibe.
No more trolls.
Let the good times roll.
Turn the neon higher, let the positivity flow.
No more trolls. Bye bye gloomy crew.
There's no room for misery when the beat is this cool.
Hey, hey, move along.
Go complain somewhere else online.
This is joy and happiness, not your dour sour mess. No more trolls tonight.
No more trolls.
No more trolls.
Log off, babe.
And save your soul.
You guys remember when I did a video about Peniel, the little town that's on the saddle between Stellenbosch and Franschhoek, a community settled by coloreds ages ago when I went there. Did a video on Peniel as well. Yeah, no, you little hate wankers disappear. You can sit here and lie about me all you want because my message is effective because it's the truth. And you can't handle the truth. I hate South Africa. What a moron. Colonel, do your research and you'll find no one was convicted for that bombing. It was our lived experience that made us keep our identity secret. Alan, okay, I thought they were convicted. I remember the press saying they were convicted. That's my recollection. I did my research at the time. If you're saying the press falsely reported, well, then that's a matter of his history being distorted. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Delia, what's going on? I see that Cool Beans is commenting on my videos, but says he can't comment in chat. He's not blocked. If he was blocked on the channel, he wouldn't be able to comment on the videos because it's only for members. Anyway, so, all right, enough of that. Let's get back to the news here. So, wow. Woolworths has boosted security after these attacks. These attacks have taken place, and now they're boosting security. A bit of a concern. What is going on here? Woolworths boosts security after explosive devices hit 2 stores. That's the Menlyn store. High-tech security upgrades come after midnight blast hit the Menlo Park store and then their Bloemfontein store on Friday. The motive behind attacks, the exact nature of the devices were not immediately known. At this stage, no further information on the nature of the devices or the motive behind the attacks is available. Woolworths is relieved to share that no one was harmed. Well, that's because it was 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. They were very fortunate in the first instance. Serious institutional crisis. The committee's damning indictment on Mkwanazi's police infiltration. Hey, for the little hate wanker that said I hate South Africa, this is by the Daily Maverick. Do they hate South Africa reporting on the news? I mean, that's a funny thing. The videos that I make, with rare exceptions when I have an opportunity to break a story or I've done investigative journalism. You see the investigative journalism I do? I did promoting Basutu, promoting the wine industry, promoting the macadamia nuts. That's my investigative journalism. And that's all promoting South Africa. I'm reporting on the news and analyzing that's been reporting by South African media. Yet this little hate wanker comes on here and attacks me. Yeah. Anyway. Serious institutional crisis in South Africa. The committee's damning indictment of Mkwanazi's police infiltration scandal. Parliament's ad hoc committee tasked with investigating accusations that the drug cartels infiltrated South Africa's criminal justice system and politics has found that witnesses' testimony put before it points to an institutional law enforcement crisis. Yep. SAPS is facing serious and multi-layered institutional crises, is how advocate Norman Arendse, the evidence leader in Parliament's ad hoc committee investigating law enforcement infiltration, described the outcome of the investigation late yesterday. Wow. The politicization of senior appointments in the SAPS and systemic government failures, including the National Prosecuting Authority. Necessary vetting and integrity processes, how the Independent Police Investigation Directive needs an independent of the police ministry, and the inability and governance failures of the crime intelligence. Yeah, it just gets worse and worse. Worse and worse. Well, Jacob Zuma has accused Cyril Ramaphosa of using the courts to delay his impeachment proceedings. Seriously? I love that laugh. Look at Jay-Z, man. Funny how he's sweating only part of his head. Only part of his head is sweating. Former President Jacob Zuma criticized President Ramaphosa's court bid to halt the Palapala impeachment, calling it a tactic to delay accountability. Happy Chappy, thank you for the 70 Rand. Thank you for all you do. Everyone needs that truth. Yep, they do. Well, an unprecedented victory, which we talked about yesterday here. The Democratic Alliance, a failing political party, has gained a major victory over the collapsing African National Congress in a township. Yes, DA secures historic Black Ward win, if such a thing exists, signaling a Gauteng shift. The DA achieved historic win at Everton, a former ANC stronghold. They won by just 8 votes, but that is still earth-shattering because they doubled the number of seats that they had. Yes, I saw that, Chris, but I haven't seen any confirmation about Busisiwe Makwabane approaching the FBI for money laundering. Yep. But that would not be the FBI. It would be the Treasury Department that would investigate the money laundering, so she sent it to the wrong place. Everton, whose residents are 99.4% black, is infamous for being among South Africa's worst-run municipalities with severe service delivery crisis and high poverty levels. And it's run by a coalition of EFF, Freedom Front Plus, PAC, CS, and VAL. In 2011, the ANC won 91% of the vote, and the DA got 6%. Now, that is completely flipped. In 2021, the ANC lost the outright majority. How do they lose outright majority when they have 52%? That doesn't make sense. That's an outright majority. What kind of math is that? But in this election, we see what's happened here. The A is winning ANC strongholds. Saleh Msimanga gets a little bit ahead of himself. They're not winning ANC strongholds. You won 1 ward out of 5,800 wards. DA surges to win. DA took Ward 28. ANC. Our support grew from 14 to 32%. ANC dropped from 50 to 32%. Yeah. So not exactly soaring, but yes, a good development. John Mosline, oh my goodness, what happened to you, man? I was worried you weren't around anymore. Thank you for the 100 Rand super sticker, John. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Yep, I had tea with John. M. Fellini's first DA ward counselor is concerned she'll be sabotaged. The lady looks like she's coy, or son. Ward Councillor Maka Shabalala of the DA expects the ANC-led coalition to sabotage her after winning a traditional ward. The PA's Sabatla Motang, who got 8% of the vote, promised to support her. Okay, well, that gives them 38% of the vote, or 40% of the vote. That's still not enough. They're going to need more votes. The DA beat the ANC by just 8 votes, 1,001 votes, while the ANC received 993. Yep. Seeing excrement running down our streets has become a habit and part of our lives. We want to stop that inhumane condition. I believe that in the remaining 5 months, changes can be delivered if Mfuleni provides resources. We want to patch our potholes. Municipality is going to sabotage, and because I took away an ANC award, we're going to fight with the municipality to deliver service to Ward 28 before the elections. If not, we'll escalate the matter further, including the courts. I have warned my community to prepare for sabotage, but I will fight for them as I've promised. Well, good luck. Good luck with that. Migrants aren't to blame for South Africa's unemployment crisis, says Julius Malema. And he's in part correct. The ANC is to blame. That's right. EFF leader Julius Malema has labeled the ongoing anti-illegal immigration marches as Afrophobia. Oh, now we have a new word. Targeting foreign nationals, saying poor African migrants are not responsible for South Africa's unemployment crisis and service delivery problems. Poor Africans from Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Nigeria, Somalia, and elsewhere on the continent are not responsible for unemployment, inequality, or collapsing public services. He was speaking at the South African Commie Party's little get-together of leftists in Boksburg today. The 3-day conference aims to strengthen leftist hate of South Africa. We gather in a world defined by obscene concentration of wealth alongside unprecedented levels of poverty, technological advancement alongside expanding human misery, and enormous productivity capacity alongside deepening unemployment. Yes, he blames it on capitalism. The growing phenomenon of Afrophobia within South Africa must be confronted with absolute political clarity, as it represents one of the most dangerous expressions of false consciousness within the working class. He added, the future of African liberation depends on continental solidarity. African liberation. Hey, Julius Malema, you might have missed this, but there are no African colonies, unless you want to include Western Sahara. There are no African colonies, and there have been any African colonies since 1989, when Namibia became independent. This language of liberation. You need to be liberated from your stupidity is what you need to be liberated from. Poor Africans are not responsible for the unemployment. He called on the left to defend Pan-African solidarity. Claims it's the heart of his mission. This is just a grifter in chief. Migrants did not privatize state capacity. Neither did South Africa. Migrants did not concentrate ownership of land and industry. Migrants did not construct an economy incapable of absorbing labor. No, the ANC did that. The ANC did that. As far as concentration of land and industry, people who build it should own it, not others, not thieves. So, sorry, buddy. Goats, gaping fences, bendable shields, the alarming state of the elite Cape Town police unit. That's pretty scary. Parliament's Police Committee's chairperson Ian Cameron has slammed conditions at the Tactical Response Team base in Cape Town after an unannounced oversight visit. Livestock roamed freely within the police premises and access controls were virtually non-existent. A community activist said TRT members should be deployed directly at police stations to better support communities battling crime. Well, I don't know about that. It's supposedly an elite, highly trained rapid response unit within SAPS. Its members deployed in high-risk tactical operations, including tracking violent criminals, stabilizing volatile areas, restoring public order, and patrolling crime hotspots. But cattle roam on their base, and the base is falling apart. How elite are they? Malema says Ghana overreacted, and it took its nationals out too soon. He calls for diplomacy, saying Accra was too quick to repatriate nationals over fears of xenophobia. Well, Julius Malema obviously doesn't pay attention to news in South Africa, where thousands have been murdered over the decades. Speaking of the sidelines, the EFF Day Summit on Thursday, Malema said Ghana's rapid response risks portraying South Africans broadly as hostile to African migrants. Well, Julius, South Africa is hostile to Africans. It's hostile to minorities. South Africa is hostile towards everyone who is not like them. Yes, a big segment of South Africa's population, unfortunately, is just like that. Yep. U.S. refugee policy, part of effort to keep some English-speaking nations white. This is comical. I'll be making a video on this. John Brioche tying a whole bunch of historical facts together to create a false narrative. Yeah. First off, he falsely claims that the program is for Afrikaners exclusively. It's not. He also lies about the white genocide narrative, which is something he and other leftists are pushing. He talks about replacement theory. You tell me, replacement theory. White Americans have gone from 160 million or 140 million Americans when I was born to 230 million white Americans today. So that's 90 million more white people in this country. Yet its percentage of population has declined from 89 to 74%. So replacement theory? Oh, indeed. Indeed. I've never been an advocate for that, but whether you believe in that theory or not, the reality is exactly that. It's replacement. Even though America's white population has grown demonstrably by about 70%, the rest of the population has grown much more because of lax immigration policy and lax immigration enforcement. So call it what you want, but the reality, see, they try to discredit people. The great replacement theory is some sort of racist narrative. It's not a racist narrative. It's a matter of fact. Just look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. In fact, I'm going to do this right now. Okay. Racial makeup, America 1960. The white population of the United States increased by 17.5% between 1950 and 1960, as compared with 26% for non-white. So that white persons constituted 88.6% of the population in 1950 or 1960. In 1950, 89.3% of the population of America was white. Today, it's 74%. Although if you believe the nonsense about Hispanics not being white, then it's actually closer to 60%. So you can call it what you want. The reality is that it's true. It's true. Call it what you want. Oh, boy. So, Tom Eaton. Wow. Okay, here's another clown. I'm going to have to make a video on this, too. Tom Eaton. Journos call those fake refugee Afrikaners exactly what they are. He's dismayed that some journalists are actually becoming journalists again and not putting quotations around the term refugee. He thinks that it applies. Most confusing, though, is why otherwise respectable South African journalists and news sources have started referring to these people as refugees without adding very large, very eye-rolling quote marks around refugee. The white Afrikaners heading stateside are not fleeing persecution because persecution implies torment aimed specifically and solely at them, and none of the hardships they've experienced, whether violent crime or economic hardship, are the preserve of white people in South Africa. On the contrary, white people are on average far safer and richer than their black counterparts. Tom Eaton, soon going to become one of the most hated people and reviled people in all of South Africa. Dischem is not suffering anything from the racist backlash against it perpetrated by those supporting Redi Tlaib, going after the company for something that one of its shareholders said. Dischem loses less than 0.01% of script clients after Saltzman offensive. Dischem says a very small number of customers cancel scripts in the wake of calls for boycott. This follows a social media outburst by major shareholder Mark Saltzman aimed at journalist Redi Tlaib. See, because I made a video about Redi Tlaib and her nonsense, that's why they're coming after my Facebook page. Guarantee it. Your wife has some explaining to do. So, for those who would like to help out Joe Emilio's effort to expose more of the cruel legislation that harms South Africans, you can go to his Back a Buddy campaign. He's trying to get those 100 Rand from 1,500 people to reach that 400,000 Rand, and getting there slowly. This campaign started a year ago, but people are donating every day. Today, a lot of donations here. Look at that. Today, we've got 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000, 1,100, 1,600, 1,700, 1,800, over 2,000 new Rand added to it today. So if you'd like to help out that, so he can make Stolen Ground 2 and Stolen Ground 3 to follow up on the story that he initiated with an incredible documentary, you can support him. Here is the link for that Back a Buddy campaign if you want to do that. All right. So he's trying to do version 2. In Senegal, 2,000-year-old iron workshop sheds new light on the past. The origins of iron metallurgy in West Africa are still debated, though discoveries in the region skew towards local development. How was iron produced 2,000 years ago in Senegal? Well, an archaeological site, these stone circles, they're figuring this out. They were dated to 927 to 1305 AD. Wow. For over 2,000 years, metalworkers produced iron in what is now Senegal. By studying the remains they left behind, we've been able to reconstruct their technical choices, natural resources they used, and to some extent, the aspects of the way of their life. Interesting. The new study focused on one of the iron production techniques, identify the region, which was represented at about 100 sites. Fascinating. A court in Kenya has blocked a U.S. plan to keep American Ebola patients in Africa. A facility built by the U.S. military in a Kenyan air base was intended to isolate Americans exposed to Ebola during a growing outbreak. A Kenyan court suspended Trump administration plan. The court cited a threat to life, issuing its ruling on the day U.S. officials said the facility began operating its capacity for up to 50 patients. So the threat to life. So what is the Kenyans' plan? That we have to bring people with Ebola contracted there to America? The court ruling is temporary pending fuller consideration of the case on June 2nd. Nonetheless, it halted a key part of the strategy from Trump for handling Americans exposed overseas. Court ruling also puts added focus on ethical questions related to the administration's apparent unwillingness to let ill or exposed Americans return home for treatment. Well, this is a public health emergency, and that trumps everything. Critics, including physician Craig Spencer, who survived Ebola after contracting it in Guinea in 2014, have suggested the administration will bring infected Americans home reflects political concerns and public fear regarding Ebola more than medical necessity. Oh, no. Yeah. So, once again, the fact that we allowed people to come from China and from Europe and infect this country with the plague of COVID from the Chinese shows bad public health decisions. This is a good public health decision. Keep the disease where it's at. Don't bring it here. Once they're over it, that's fine. Don't import this plague. Ethiopia will vote on June 1st as Abe's human rights violating regime is likely to get a landslide victory. Ethiopia will hold general elections on June 1st with Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's governing Prosperity Party widely expected to secure a decisive victory. The fragmented opposition and violence around the country will keep millions of people from voting. Yeah. The Electoral Board says more than 50 million people have registered to vote out of a population of 130 million, but critics dispute the figure, saying large parts of the country remain affected by conflicts, such as in the Amhara, the Oromia, and also in the Tigray region. Yeah, so don't count on that to be a legitimate victory. The Iranian negotiator says Iran doesn't get concessions through talk, only with missiles. Wow, sounds like a country really wants peace, doesn't it? No, only through missiles. Mohammed Baghir Ghalibaf, one of the main negotiators for Iran during peace talks, said Tehran doesn't expect to gain concessions with Washington through dialogue, but with missiles. We seize concessions not through dialogue, but with missiles. Negotiation would merely make them understand. The winner of the agreement is the one who is better prepared for war the day after. Just start bombing. Just start bombing. Get this over with. Japan has been depopulated, folks. It's lost 3 million people in 5 years. Japan's population fell by more than 3 million over the past 5 years, according to official statistics released today. The population stood 123 million in 2025, according to preliminary census results, down from 126 million in 2020. It's the biggest decrease since the government began collecting data in 1920. You can see the path there. Japan's population peaked in 2008 at 128 million. It's projected to fall to 87 million by 2070. Today, the country is about the size it was in 1987. For each new birth in Japan, there are 2 deaths. And its demographics are working against it. Iceland's parliament has voted to hold a referendum for restarting EU membership talks in a foolish move that Iceland will regret. Once they're no longer allowed to fish and other people are allowed to harvest their stocks, they'll regret this stupid decision. The Althing, Iceland's parliament, voted in favor of the holding a plebiscite on August 29th last year after Icelandic Prime Minister raised the prospect. In the 63rd Althing, 34 voted for the referendum, with 8 voting against, 14 abstained, 7 were absent. They already have access to the EU through the European Economic Area and the Schengen Open Border Travel Zone, but they are foolishly deciding to join it, but they will regret that decision. Ireland's football coach is a racist from Iceland. Isn't that interesting? Ireland football coach urges players to win this war against Israel. Republic of Ireland manager Heimar Hallgrimsson, yes, is the manager. He challenges players to win this war against Israel, and the teams meet in the Nations League amid renewed protests in the Irish Parliament about the games. Several pro-Palestinian Irish politicians and football figures have urged the Federation to withdraw from fixtures over Israel's conduct during its war in Gaza. The 58-year-old, speaking ahead of a friendly game against Qatar in Dublin, said, "I've already expressed my opinion on this matter. You don't need to repeat that one. But from a footballing perspective, it's an obstacle I don't like, and it's unfair for the players to be in a position, for us to be in a position. But from a footballing perspective, I don't like this to be the bad guys. We're not the bad guys. You are, for opening your cake hole. For opening your cake hole." You are a Jew hater, and what a shameful racist. France's parliament has repealed an embarrassing law called the Black Code. For nearly 2 centuries after France abolished slavery, the colonial-era law that classified humans as property remained quietly on its books. On Thursday, the lower parliament voted to wipe it from French law. The National Assembly voted 254-0, a rare show of unanimity, to adopt a bill repealing the Code Noir, or Black Code, from the 1685 decree by King Louis XIV, signed to govern slaves across France's colonies. The law turned human beings into chattel, allowing them to be worked, beaten, sold, raped, and murdered. And the realization that France never formally did away with it left many aghast. Yes. So the French, who always preached to us, we abolished chattel slavery in 1865 on December 6th. 1865. About 160 years ago. And the French just got around to it. How embarrassing for them. Arrogance personified. France. A Russian drone hit a Romanian apartment building. This is an escalation. It is shocking. Romania is a NATO country, and NATO has been attacked by Russia now. Russia's war with Ukraine spilled in Romania when a Russian drone hit an apartment building, wounding 2 people. It's the first known time a Russian drone had caused damage and injuries in a major urban area on the territory of the Western Military Alliance. Russian drones have repeatedly crashed without causing casualties along the Danube, but the drone crashed on Friday on the roof of a residential compound, sharply escalated tensions between NATO and Moscow. And that is a long way from Ukraine. A long way from Ukraine. A senior Western military official said there was no doubt that the drone hit the apartment building was Russian. NATO condemned Russia's recklessness for the drone crash, an extremely serious incident. Working on a joint NATO response requires consultation from all 32 members. Under Article 4 of NATO's founding treaty, a member of the alliance can bring any issue of concern, especially related to the security of a member country, to the table for discussion. Unbelievable. Temu has been fined $230 million from the European Union after being accused of selling dangerous products. The European Union has fined the Chinese online retailer Temu $230 million for failing to identify and assess the risk of featuring dangerous products on its website, such as small electronics that compose a fire hazard or children's toys without proper safety warnings. Yep. Canada is in recession. And they're going to war with the United States. They can do it without America. Well, now they're in recession. Canada's economy saw no growth in the first quarter of 2026, following a decline in the final quarter of 2025. That is a technical recession. A GDP contraction, or no growth. Last time Canada entered a technical recession was during the oil shock in the mid-2000s and the beginning of the COVID scam. Yep. Canadian exports had grown 1.6% in the final quarter, but then they fell in the first quarter of 2026. So there you go. There you go. A federal judge has temporarily blocked the Department of Justice anti-weaponization fund, the $1.8 billion fund. A federal judge in Virginia temporarily blocked the Department of Justice from initiating plans to create a $1.776 anti-weaponization fund that would compensate what the Trump administration says for people who are unfairly targeted by government's investigations. In a 2-page order, U.S. District Judge Leonie Brinkema wrote that the DOJ is precluded from taking action. The judge also said the order is designed to ensure that no funds are reversibly dispersed. The fund was announced on May 18th by Attorney General Todd Blanche. Friday's order, she scheduled a hearing for June 12th for arguments on whether the court should further extend the pause. Her order is in response to a lawsuit filed by former federal prosecutor Andrew Floyd, who prosecuted people who were allegedly involved in the breach of the Capitol, as well as California professor Jonathan Carvello, who was arrested while he demonstrated against a federal immigration raid. A nonprofit organization also joined the challenge against creation of the fund. The plaintiffs allege that the creation of the fund would be the result of a collusive agreement between the president and his own administration and has no congressional authorization, no basis in law, and no accountability. A maintenance train fire at the Penn Station injured 5 and disrupted rail service. An overnight fire on the maintenance train was still affecting service in New Jersey Transit Amtrak as of mid-morning. Rail service disrupted ahead of the Friday morning commute after fire broke out overnight on a maintenance at New York's Penn Station. By mid-morning, service had remained disrupted. Not a good situation here. The House of Representatives is grilling former Attorney General Pam Bondi over her handling of Epstein files. This obsession with the Epstein files never seems to end. Democrats and some Republicans criticized Ms. Bondi for failing to release all the government documents related to the federal investigation into Epstein's sex trafficking ring. They plan to ask Ms. Bondi additional questions about the Trump administration's handling of the files. Yes, we have a war on our hands, and we have fraudulent voters, and we have a government spending money like a drunken sailor, and they're worried about the Epstein files, which will result in nothing. Political discontent. 43% of voters are dissatisfied with both political parties. Persistent frustration over the economy and foreign policy has left many Americans feeling politically homeless, and young voters are particularly frustrated. 43% of voters are dissatisfied with both political parties. Wow. That's crazy. The Department of Justice is probing this money that was given by this scumbag, the founder of LinkedIn, the leftist hate wanker. DOJ probes billionaire Democrats nonprofit that bankrolled sexual assault suit against Trump. Ultra-wealthy Democratic donor and LinkedIn co-founder Reid Hoffman was a major funder of E. Jean Carroll's successful sexual lawsuit against Donald Trump. She completely forgot when questioned under oath to disclose his financial involvement. Now they've opened an investigation because she committed perjury. She lied. She lied. She won both lawsuits against Trump despite not remembering the year or the date when she said he sexually assaulted her. Nor were there any witnesses, any police reports, or any physical evidence whatsoever. Also, the statute of limitations for the sexual assault had long expired by 2 decades. And so this was a law created by the New York legislature to persecute Donald Trump. The only person prosecuted in the 1 year that the law was in effect was Donald Trump. And it was so this woman could sue him illegitimately. The whole thing is a travesty of justice. A travesty of justice. Well, Blue Origin's spaceship blew up like an atomic explosion on the pad. Major setback for Jeff Bezos, the leftist hate wanker who founded Amazon, owns the Washington Compost. The company owned by leftist hate wanker Amazon founder Jeff Bezos said it experienced an anomaly during a test ahead of a launch and that all personnel had been accounted for. The Blue Origin New Glenn rocket exploded during testing on the launch pad. Wow. It's a reusable rocket. Not anymore, folks. It's not anymore. That's a one-time use. Whoa, check that out. Wow. Hope there's nobody near that. Look at that mushroom cloud. Looks like a nuclear explosion. Look at that. That is a lot of energy. That is a lot of energy. My goodness. Wow. That's pretty crazy. That is pretty darn crazy. A Texas man has been arrested for threatening to bomb the Turning Point USA event where Erica Kirk would be speaking. What's with all the bling on her fingers, man? That's crazy. A Texas man arrested after he's accused of making online threats towards Turning Point USA CEO Erica Kirk regarding an event in San Antonio last week. Jacob Wensky was arrested by police and charged with a third-degree felony count of making a terrorist threat. An investigation into him began after San Antonio Express News posted about the Women's Leadership Summit early June, at which Kirk is a featured speaker. "I can't wait for the valet to be her escort," he wrote to the social media comment. Previously worked at a parking management company. Yeah, he's been threatening her for some time. "Death to Erica Kirk and every single speaker there. America will live on without these scum on this earth. Every Christian nationalist shall perish in the bombing that will take place at every single Turning Point rallying event," he said. Wow. Wow. J.D. Vance says U.S.-Iran deal is very close, but no guarantee of a final agreement. Well, I'm not going to hold my breath on that. Tragically, a bus not paying attention ran into 5 different cars and killed people. A bus crashed into 6 other vehicles on U.S. Interstate 95 in Stafford County, Virginia, Friday, leaving 5 dead and 3 critically injured. The crash occurred at 2:35 in the morning at mile marker 146 near exit 143 for Garrisonville Road in Stafford. The drivers of the 6 other vehicles involved slowed down approaching the work zone, but the driver of the bus didn't, thereby causing the crash. Virginia State Police spokesman Matthew Demline said all 5 dead were inside the 6 other vehicles. 34 others were taken to area hospitals, 3 of whom have critical injuries. Wow. They had to reroute traffic around 95 for some time. Wow. And it's like South Africa. We've got people recklessly driving buses. All right, that's the news for today, folks. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't done that already. Appreciate it. Thank you for a little bit of super chat revenue that came in. People that buy from Amazon and Temu is the reason why the high shops are closing don't support them. Well, I don't know about that, Neil. These shops don't have the things you need. They can't get it to you when you need it. Their prices are outrageous. There's a reason they're going under. It's not just because Amazon exists. It's because they don't deliver what they should. You're welcome, Spook. Amazon developing military weapons. You mean the Glenn rocket? He owns Amazon, but he got his wife from Temu. That's a good line, Nick. Blue Origin is supposed to deliver moon buggies. Yeah, good luck with that. Kaboom is right. I don't think Katy Perry is involved. Bezos is also selling his mega yacht. Okay. Bad buffering. It must be on your end. Large mat to catch cat litter. My cats kick out. Works well except for the patch where Yang Yang chew through the... Your cats are characters. The better our country does, the lower the birth rate. More children are born in difficult times due to fear of high death rate. Exactly right. Penn Station is lovely. America is the strongest country in the world, hands down, says Jasper. No longer shop at discount because they no longer employ any white folks, says Denise. Okay. President just went to the Presidential Emergency Operations Center. Did he now? That's interesting. Where's that being reported at? Are we about to launch again? It's not on the news yet. You know, you have way too many laws you can't spot a 200-year outdated law. Exactly. Well, it's actually older than 200 years. It's 200 years outdated, but it is a law that dates back to 1685. ProBlock says, how that has been governed by black leadership since 94. After 32 years, surely current leaders must take responsibility for today's problems. No, they won't. Who cares about skin color? Judge a person by the content of the character. I agree. 1440 said, remember if I asked you if I could post a link under one of your videos? YouTube blocked it. Well, people post links in my videos all the time. Many of them I don't ask for, so I'm not sure why they blocked it, 1440. See why your posts are resonating. People aren't just watching, they're sharing your content and adding real value to their feeds. Okay? My views are up 518% on Facebook. Watch time is up 484%. That's quite a bit. Non-followers are 83%. That's pretty cool. It's a chance for me to gain. Much better demographics than I've got here. Yep. Fascinating stuff. All right. Hermanus Johannes Erlang, thank you. And Vodka Model, thank you for 35 Rand Super Chat. Sorry, I missed that. Sorry, I missed that. Okay, so just want to get something here. Huh. Anyway, yeah, cool. If DNA test is compulsory worldwide, how many can truly call themselves members of white? Nobody. Meerkat, it's a silly thing. Chardon's got to go. There's Chardon. You had a birthday. We said happy birthday. I never saw your chat. There it is. Don't forget to hit the like button. Malima doesn't want black on black violence. He wants it directed at minorities, says Future Looks Bright. If gone off like 10% of legals can be applied nationwide, it's concerning. Yes, that would be a very big concern. For the past 5 years, Mbeki criticized the ANC and then walks it back as soon as Latuli House gives him a call. Yep, exactly. Future Looks Bright. 100%. Willem, thank you for the 35 Rand super sticker. Did you hear what Becky said about apartheid? Yeah, I did. I haven't made a video on that. I thought I did a short on it. Did I do a short on that? I don't think I did. No, I didn't do that yet. Didn't do that yet. You should include a recording of Zuma's laugh in a song. I should do that, so-called refugee. Sonia says, I just want to please share this. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. George Orwell. Thank you. Okay. All right, that's as far back as I can go. It's 12:35. Thanks for the news, said Hermanus. You're welcome. Been a long day, says Marshall Eagle. Zim had a $100 trillion bill. Yep. Third month last. Congratulations, Charlene. That's very good for your health. What are your plans for the weekend? Rugby, EB. I'll be watching the game this afternoon, and then, unless it goes really badly against me in favor of Glasgow, then I'll give up on it. But I'll start watching that game in a couple hours, and then I will be covering the Bulls versus Munster at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1300 South African time. Tomorrow morning, followed at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, 3:30 South African time. Stormers hosting Cardiff, and later in the day, it starts at 3 Eastern, 9 South African time. But I'll come on air 15 minutes early because I have a break between games, and I'll give an update in the first two games. That will be at 2:45, so 8:45 South African time. It'll be Leinster hosting the Lions. Big rugby weekend, so we'll see how that goes. No, Cruiser Phoenix. I got no more info after the Woolly stories. Chris Wanapool, what's up, man? Is DeBarham here? I didn't see DeBarham. What happened for Charlene? Law firm has been named in a 340 man road. Really? I didn't hear that. Well, I hope you do watch it. I post them days in advance because we've had low audiences lately. Hopefully it will pick up for this weekend. We'll see what's going on there. So, anyway. May meet. Probably the only person who played rugby in school and thinks it's boring at the same time. You probably are. I didn't play it in school, and I love the game. I don't think it's boring at all. But that's just me. That's just me. Now, I haven't promoted either of the videos I did earlier, but the first one, Explosion at Woolies, that's a short video. That one's got that's taken off. It's at 7,000 views. Wow, surprised by that. The State Department. What happened to what? What do you mean, Dean? What happened about what? Oh, that's at 32,000. That one's doing well. So, yeah, keep going. Keep watching that one. Push it up there. Paul de Klerk says, my commentary is the best, never miss it. Well, thank you for that. 1440 says, Marshall Eagle's not alone. Okay, it's fine. You guys are welcome to dislike rugby. It's fine. It's a tough game. It's for real men, real women. Anyway, thank you for your comments. Dean, what do you mean what happened? I mean, that's kind of weird. Woolworths. Oh, are you serious? You don't know about it? We've covered. That was the whole topic of the story, today's title. Woolworths. There was a bomb that exploded, or an explosive device that exploded Thursday night between 1 and 2 a.m. 5 people were stocking shelves. Nobody was wounded, fortunately. That was at Menlyn Park in Pretoria. And then this morning, between 1 and 2 again, another explosive device went off at a Woolies in Bloemfontein. So, yep. Oh, you loved the interview with Bex last night. Yeah, that was kind of fun. Whoa, what's that, man? That is a super chat. Just came in, super sticker. Came in from Labor Inbound. $50. Wow. First super chat. Thank you for the super. That's a crazy super sticker. Wow, folks, $50. That's pretty cool. Thank you so much for that. After all, you know, I'm all about the money. Someone accused me. You know, it's funny. There's Uli, thank you for subscribing. There's a couple things that always come up when people are angry at you and they want to attack you. Number one, they'll call you a racist, unfounded. And number two, if you're on YouTube or social media, it's all about the money. You're all about the money. That's so funny. So funny. All about the money. Yeah. When I have 1 million subscribers, then you can tell me I'm all about the money. But I don't. Trust me. You're allowed to not like rugby? Larry Ray's been banning people. There you have it. Oh my goodness. Wow. 50 Rand. Let's do the current math. That's going to be what, 800? No, more than that. 17 times 50 equals. That's 850 Rand. I was close. 850 Rand. Thank you for that. $50. It's nice, man. Cool. Thank you so much for that. Not sure if you answered what your thoughts on the world since. My thoughts, I have no thoughts. There's insufficient information to make any assessment. Some people have alluded to earlier that they think that Woolies is owned by Jews and that this is, you know, Muslims doing it. There's no evidence of that. Either that it's owned by Jews or that there's Muslims involved. That I'm not going to speculate on that. I don't know who's behind this. I don't know who's behind it. Mark Driscoll has the same Viking heritage as me. Okay. Tickle the fancy of 402 boar mice. I'm going to ask them to send you an email with more info. That's fine, Jalopy. That's fine. Yeah. Used to love rugby until you got hurt. Yeah, well, I'm hurt. I still love rugby, but it's not rugby's fault. Although I had a painful rugby injury because we were playing on a concrete pad that had just a piece of AstroTurf on it, no padding whatsoever, no cushioning, and I planted my heel, my left leg to cut. I was on the left wing, and I took a pass, and there was someone in front of me, and I had touch was here, so I couldn't go one more step because I was that far out on the wing. That guy was in front of me, so there's just a little bit of space to go this way, and so I planted my heel to stop, and when I did, oh my gosh, I couldn't walk. I was in agony. That was the end of my game. I was in Djibouti a few years ago. In Djibouti, just a couple years ago. Anyway, thanks for that super chat. Fascinating how I just did news about the whole world, but I'm accused of hating South Africa. A couple years ago, more like 30. What are you talking about, Matthew? Oh, you mean for rugby? No, it wasn't 30 years ago. It was 11 years ago. In 2015, that happened. That's when that happened. Yep. Yeah, it was very painful. It hurt like heck. There wasn't much can be done to it. It just took a couple days for it to heal. Pope just posted 40,000 word encyclopedia on safeguarding the human person in the time of AI. Yeah, AI probably wrote it for him. Daniels, thank you for the 7 Rand super sticker. You're first on the live stream. Very kind of you. Thank you so much for that. All right. So what are we missing here? What are we missing? Let me just do a quick roundup and see what news, because someone said that the Trump went into lockdown. It's not showing up here. Let's go on to Twitter and see if it's showing up on Twitter. No sound. There's sound here. No sound. There's sound here. Let's say that's 4 seconds behind. $28,000 parolees effectively vanished from the system. The DA has called on Parliament to summon Minister Groenewald to explain the shocking failure and outline a plan to get these absconders back into custody. Oh my gosh. The DA hating on Peter Groenewald. They're just a broken record. They don't attack their fellow partners in the ANC. They're not calling for Ramaphosa to resign, but they're attacking Peter Groenewald. Give me a break. Scott Bessent has just revealed the IRS has moved to make non-government organizations liable for violent activity committed by their grant recipients like Antifa. Wow. IRS is now giving guidance in the Form 990, which nonprofits have to file. We're going to demand... I don't think... Is this true? It looks like he's fake. That's from yesterday.
I want to ask you about Antifa. In October, the Treasury Department started working with the FBI to investigate who's funding Antifa. Can you give us an update on that investigation? How close are you guys to finding out who's funding Antifa?
It is ongoing. We made substantial progress. The underreported that I would point out to all of you is the IRS is now giving guidance on the Form 990, which nonprofits they have to file. And we are going to encourage or demand that nonprofits know their grant recipients. So if a grant recipient is violent, if they are suppressing people's rights, then you are responsible for that.
Ooh, there you go. Nick Rose just throwing around some money. Leslie Wilson says, 149, thanks for the news update comedy. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope so too. It depends on how the rugby goes. What is this?
You gotta go! You gotta go! You gotta go! You gotta go!
I have no idea what that is. Lorato Pile is posting that. Yeah, this was a great one last night. I covered this on my night broadcast last night. The U.S. State Department's Bureau of African Affairs has had enough of Ronald Lamolla's nonsense. Foreign Minister at Ronald Lamolla, you blame concerns about violence and failed governance on MAGA politics. Ghana and Nigeria just airlifted their citizens out of your country. Thousands of South Africans are fleeing to America to escape your government's left-wing policies. Unemployment remains at 33%, while you and corrupt government elites get rich while promoting race-based laws and chanting "kill the Boer." If caring about your own citizens is MAGA, South Africa might want to give MAGA a try.
We know that in the U.S., the MAGA movement is very clear. To attack black people, we know what they stand for. They stand against the human rights of women and the LGBTQI communities. Is driven by a particular ideology.
This guy is a Mampara of note. Amelia says she's only here for the music. Well, then I didn't know that. I hope you're being silly, but yeah. To me, there's something fishy about the bombings. Yeah, it's when the stores are closed, okay? Heard U.S. government warned American citizens in South Africa. I did not see that. Let's go to the U.S. Embassy website. U.S. This embassy. za.usembassy.gov. Okay. Nope, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Woolies, these are really planted without a warning. Someone has been warned. Well, many Europeans have Neanderthal DNA, and I'm one of them. I have Neanderthal DNA. And it's great DNA to have. Great DNA to have. Absolutely. Cyril will not go. Yeah. You know me. I'm not going anywhere.
It wasn't me.
Oh, yeah, said Shaggy. Sounds like Tom Jones.
Talking scandal, talking war, cameras flashing every night, but I'm still sitting in the spotlight. Dollar bills inside the couch, everybody running mouths. Mr. President, explain. I just smile and dodge the blame.
Hey!
Farm became a scene, but politics ain't squeaky clean. Some road cops went chasing fame, trying to cash in on my name. Oh, Julia, stop your shouting. DA, stop your pouting. You can march and you can cry, but I ain't saying goodbye. I will not go. Oh, no, I will not go. Like Shaggy said, it wasn't me.
Yo, it wasn't me, baby.
Stole my money, stole
$580,000.
Still where I wanna be. I will not go. Oh no, I will not go. The Concord talking endlessly. It's business as usual at the ANC. And the president is still me.
Yeah. Ramaphosa.
Bull was worth the price. 580 grand now, ain't that nice? Mr. Mustafa paid in cash. Too much money had to stash. Safe was busted, banks were closed. What else could anybody propose? Stuff the sofa, pack it tight. Keep the furniture out of sight. Everybody loves to preach, but power's always out of reach. I'm the captain of this ship, and I ain't about to slip. Fikile, don't even bother. Save your speeches for another. The movement's here and so am I. ANC will never die. I will not go. Oh no, I will not go. You scream corruption on TV, but it's my way or the highway, bro. And this chair belongs to me. I will not go. Oh no, I will not go. You can protest endlessly. It's business as usual at the ANC. And the president is still me. You can wave your little papers, you can hold your big debates, but the man inside the union building still controls the gates. You say scandal, I say survival. You say shame, I say revival. No resignation fantasy. From Fala Fala to Pretoria, this whole thing's history. I will not go. Oh no, I will not go. So get over it and let me be. The ANC is here to stay, and so am I, eternally.
Cyril's not going anywhere. Stalingrad defense.
Seated, still smiling.
Not walking away.
Wasn't me. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Not 80s expropriation.
Funny how the rules all change when the drama hits your gate. Ain't that rich? Every night the dogs were barking, everybody slept half awake. Security gates and pepper spray, just trying to make it through the day. Mama said lock all the windows, daddy checked the doors twice more. Neighborhood WhatsApp blowing up, another family hit next door. Black, white and brown together, regular folks just getting by. Praying sirens meant protection instead of just another drive-by. People beg for intervention, cried on TV, wrote petitions, but nobody up in power really seemed to listen. But now it matters, now it's serious, now they're shocked and all delirious. Suddenly crime's a national conversation. Funny little case of now ladies' expropriation. They shrugged when ordinary people cried. Now they're horrified somebody stole their ride. Oh, now the panic's sweeping the nation. Well, Massive bars on windows, electric wire. Kids grew up hearing helicopters. Mama whispering, stay low, stay quiet. The cops would take the statement, file the papers nice and neat. Then another house got empty, just another headline in the street. But wait a minute, stop the presses. This one climbed the party wall. TV's gone and laptops missing, phones and car and all. Now the cameras gather quickly, now the ministers look grim. Amazing how a problem grows when it finally reaches them. Now it matters, now it's urgent. Now the speeches sound detergent. Everybody's promising salvation after ladies expropriation. Oh, the irony's delicious, baby. Karma got suspicious lately. Now they're preaching law and restoration after the home invasion.
Oh, definitely a Meghan Trainor.
No, not the Toyota. Call a task force. Deploy special units. Earl, the people been asking for that for
Hey, John, where you been, man?
years. Regular staffers stood their ground while fear kept making rounds, but nobody heard the desperation till the burglars hit the administration. Now it matters. Now they see it different too. Now that they feel it, funny how perspective changes stations with a little expropriation. Now, lady, welcome to the story where the people lack the glory. Maybe now there'll be some realization about the home invasion nation. Ooh, funny how fast priorities change
Indeed.
when the burglars know your name.
Absolutely. Naledi's expropriation. Naledi Pandora's home having been broken into. Yeah, well, let's follow that up with this a little tribute to car guards in the USA. Pa!
USA,
Pa!
from Jersey to Jersey, Pretoria to Tennessee. Back up the bucky man. The car guards arrive. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. They cross the ocean with a suitcase dream, escaping blackout nights and a failing scheme. Touchdown wide-eyed under neon glow. I mean the lights stay on all night long. From Cape Town flats to the Midwest snow. Learning fast where the cold winds blow. No more generators rattling in the dark. Now every street light shining in the park. Strong percussion rolling like the train of fate. New great trek through the departure gate. People mock them back across the sea, but now they live in large in Tennessee. VK laugh and point the finger. Just car guard, she say with vigor. Simple people, no big degree, but the hustle talk louder than pedigree. Car guards in the USA, working hard every night and day. From the bright fire to the interstate, building new dreams in another state. Car guards in the USA, one section make the whole world sway. Skipped right past the FEMA line, now they sipping sweet tea, feeling fine. They said FEMA tents would be the scene, rows of canvas on the TV screen. But them stories fade when the truth arrive. South Africans out there thriving alive. Apartments first, then houses neat. Pick up trucks parked down the street. Kids in school and bills all paid. Fresh new roots begin to get laid. More mises dancing at the cookout flame, trying hard to pronounce Chick-fil-A names. Robots now are traffic lights, not little gadgets blinking at night. Bright smoke drifting through the air. Neighbors asking what you're cooking there. Built on words and reggae beat. farmers learning something new. Not everybody drove the tractor line, despite what papers try to find. Some clean cars and guarded malls, some answered business office calls, but every one of them came to survive, and now they're watching dreams arrive. Guards in the USA, rhythm of the new great track today. From the Ville to Arkansas, still got boy rhythm in the heart. Yeah, car guards in the USA, hear the brass band proudly play. They said the migrants wouldn't last, now the car guards getting the last laugh. Funny thing about survival, boss, never underestimate the people who know how to hustle.
Yeah, car guards in the USA, DJ Silver Eagle. Yeah, folks, car guards in the USA. Dauber in the pothole. That's the next one here we're going to play on. Which one is that looking for? I can't. Is this the right one? I'm not sure which one it is. I got the wrong one here. Let me see if that's it. It doesn't really help me. I think it's this one.
Dauber in die pothole.
That's the one.
Johannesburgse strate het vanaand golwe. Gryp jou sweeftuig, ou styf vas. Plons, plons, stamp en swaai. Nog 'n as is oorlede. Arme ou Helens, hulle het met 'n glimlag getuimel. In 'n slag het geval wat diep genoeg is om binne te swem. Kameras flits oral, sy het gewaai net soos 'n koningin. Rugslag in die pad gedoen, asof dit 'n oortoneel is. Die teer is heeltemal gekraak en verkrummel, die baanlyne het verdwyn. Jy het 'n bergreddingsspan nodig, wat net 'n rad oorskakel. Daar is taksies wat sink uit, ontwyk soos 'n slalom afdraande wedderen. En elke reënerige middag word 'n waterpark skande. Straatligte flikker, robotte dood, duisternis dans oor hoofse. Oor die krag op wekkers gons, nog 'n kragonderbreking het uiteindelik gekom. Ons dobber in die slaggate plons deur die pyn, probeer om nie en nog 'n somerreën te hidroplaneer nie. Dobber in die slaggate lag net om te hanteer, sing deur die chaos terwyl ons aan 'n tou hang. Kan enigiemand die roep hoor, voordat die hele ding begin ineenstort. Die treine ry nie volgens skedule nie, want die kabels is almal gekraak. Hospitaalplafonne lek terwyl die waglyne dik word. Elektrisiteit is 'n gerug wat 'n uur per dag verskyn, dan verdwyn soos touwerkrag wanneer die rekeninge betaal moet word. Intussen drink politici skemerkokkies by die see, konvooie vlieg verby die skades wat nie die fooi kan bekostig nie. Die mense jaag eindeloos vir brood en gemoedsrus, terwyl beloftes van die parlement nog moeiliker word om te vind. Raadsale, hoeke, parlement, skelms en blinkklere, safers wat stil maal, wonder hoe dat gebeur het. Ons dobber in die slaggate dryf deur die vloed, probeer ons vaardigheid boer die stygende modderhou. Dobber in die slaggate, alle klere langs mekaar, swart en wit en bruin, saam op hierdie hobblerige rit. Almal voel spanning, dans kaalvoet in die reën. Die gangsters dra ontwerperspakke, of kruip weg agter amptelakke stewels. Sommige dra geweer, sommige dra stemme, sommige glimlag net en maak al kele skoon. 32 lang jare verby, vra die mense steeds hoekom. Vryheid moet nie verval beteken nie, of skraap net om elke dag te leef. MK sê emancipasie, mense roep red aan die nasie. Vryheid van die eindelose gierigheid, vryheid beteken die mense lei. Ons dobber in die slaggate, maar ons het nog nie verdrink nie. Het steeds ritme, het steeds vuur, het steeds onbetaalde skuld. Dobber in die slaggate, sim hard en duidelik. Miskien as ons genoeg skree, gaan iemand hoor. Johannesburg verander, swembadens en strate, dans op ineenstortende ritmes. Ons gaan steeds op een of ander manier voort. Suid-Afrika, ons het jou nou nodig. Plats, plas, stamp, stamp. Nog 'n bom wat loskom, maar die musiek bly aanrol.
Yeah, Doba in the potholes. Yeah, slachat. This one here we did a couple weeks ago because people are mowing the lawn and driving me nuts. It's the, well, that's the wrong one. Lawnmower Man.
Yeah, man.
Be right back.
Just trying to reason in the sunshine. But listen, yeah, sitting outside, staying out till the spring sun. Talking to my people, yeah, my thoughts had just begun. Meditation flowing, words rolling off my tongue. Then along comes a rumble, hear that engine drum. Lawnmower man riding tall on his throne, cutting down the silence like it never was my own. On a monster riding mower beast so loud, trying to talk wisdom but I'm lost in the cloud. Making a record disturbing my flow, the people can't hear it, it's stealing the show. Inside my head it's a thunder parade. Every thought I had just start to fade. Along came the lawnmower man, rolling through my piece like he just don't understand. Whipping around the yard on that mechanical beast, tearing up my calm, never giving me release. So no, can't concentrate, can't share what I planned. Yeah, every time I try, along comes the lawnmower man. As if one loud mower wasn't already too much, another one pull up with the same heavy touch. I turned around stunned, say, what is this scene? Two iron giants cutting grass so clean, side by side like a synchronized show. Engines revving high in the turf war flow. Same patch of green, same moment in time. Meanwhile all my thoughts can't find a rhyme. Double the noise, double the pain, echoes in my brain like a runaway train. Trying to stay cool, but I'm losing command. Overrun again by the mower man. Along came the lawnmower man. Now we brought a friend, now I really can't stand. Two of them circling like a storm on the land, chopping up the vibe I was holding in my hand. Oh no, can't concentrate, can't say what I planned.
Hey Pearl, how's it going?
Along comes the lawnmower man.
I love the reggae.
Then from the creek, hear a buzzing attack. Turn my head slow, ain't no turning back. First one, then two, then the third in the rear. Weed whackers humming like a swarm drawing near. Whipping through the grass, trimming every last blade. Frightening the birds, sending squirrels to evade. Peace and solitude just fade away fast, like a quiet little dream that just couldn't last. Lord, I just wanted a moment, just a little silence, but the machines keep singing louder than I can. Along came the lawnmower man, this, another, then another, now it's out of hand. Engines and whackers in the full-on band, playing chaos rhythms I ain't never planned. Oh no, there goes my peaceful stand. So much for my calm. Along came the lawnmower man. Next time I'm thinking I might stay inside, 'cause when the grass starts growing, know they right. Yeah. Who is in charge? Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Reggae Friday, DJ Silver Eagle. Who's in charge?
Who's at the wheel of the ship is drifting, but the captain's at a party. Pretoria answer the call, like it gone to sleep. Adam Gardner stand tall. In the harbor of Durban, the seal ships ride. The ANC plays a game of seek and hide. They call for the exercise in life the east wind, and point a paging and say they're the ones who sin. So I was on the list, I guess at the gate. Now they say who invited them, it must have been fake. Confusion in the union building, shadows on the wall. Now the truth gets buried in the marble hall. Who is running the land? Tell me, who's in command? Is it the suit in the office or the gun in there? Oh, that from the Congo to the Pretoria street, the drums of the rock start to skip a beat. No books for the boys, no armor for the chest, but millions for the channel of the boat take a rest. And she speaks of an inquiry, a code to be won, but the days turn to weeks and the paper is torn. No answers coming down, just the heavy silence, while the heroes in the bush face no rebel violence. Set to the jungle with no wings in the sky, only 3 helicopters, how can they fly? No medevac coming when they let us to rain. Chased by the rebels, oh the pride and the pain. No uniform, no boot, no boots, no boot. Oh wait, look at the budget for the big salute. P7, 2 million for retirement spree. Modern Navy is sinking beneath the sea. Not a submarine moving, not a sailor in sight, but the body lights are burning to the Pretoria night. The chief of defense, he's a law to himself. Yeah, commander of the Navy puts the stay on the self, defying the podium, ignoring the sir, while the ghost of the fly starts to wake and to stir. And what's this whisper? What's this dark news? The chairman tried with murder, and he's the one they choose. Promoted to the top, while the dockets go forward. Is this the new story that's being told? Who is running the land? Tell me, who's in command? Is it Siren? Is it Langy? Does Ronnie understand? Oh, from the Crown Hopper to the Pretoria street, the drums of the ropes are to skip a beat. No boost for the boys, no armor for the chest, but million for the tenor on the moat. The rest, the generals are dancing, the politicians are glancing, the money is vanishing, and the soldiers are wandering. Who's the boss? Siren. Who's the boss? And King. The military's gone rogue in the sun. The parade has only just begun.
Yeah, who's in command? That was because of the Iran at Simonstown when the Iranians brought their rogue ships from a terror-sanctioned nation. This song was delivered last night. We'll change the pace from the reggae, which is a nice mellow vibe on a Friday here on DJ Silver Eagle. For those who just tuning in the program, we do the news at 6 p.m. in South Africa time daily for the whole world. The news is for the planet. And that's 7 days a week unless I'm traveling or something is happening. And then when it's over, I answer questions. And also we play a little bit of music, particularly on a Friday, so people can chill. This was from last night. It's called The Refugee Song by one of my viewers. Little techno dance beat to this one.
South African Refugee Song.
Mensen noem ons lafaards, verraaiers elke dag. Racist, woorde vol van haat en lach. Maar die waarheid word versteek vir die wêreld om te sien. Terwyl gewone families net probeer oorleef miskien. Moorde word inbraak genoem op die nuus vanaand. En elke nuwe probleem kry dieselfde ou verstand. Apartheid is omgedraai, al word dit ontken. Ons dra nie haat nie, ons dra net seer. En hoop vir 'n môre waar daar minder vrees regeer. Refugees begin van voor af, soos kinders uit die
Afrikaners of minorities, families vol gebed,
Past persecution
of vrees vir wat nog voor lê net.
Jy voel like Christenaren met waarheid in jou hand
En los dit dan by Jesus,
Want hy alleen verstaan Wees eerlik in jou antwoorde Moenie stories bou Want die Here sien die waarheid van alles binne jou Dan wag jy vir daai oproep Daai eerste e-mail se klank en elke dag bid jy stilletjies
Here asseblief gee my kans, volg net die instruksies, hou aan leef normaal.
Ag voel het soms of niemand weet jou naam sal al
Maande kan verbygaan,
Soms selfs jare lang
maar God se tyd bly perfek, al verstaan ons dit nie altyd lank.
As dit jou tyd is om te gaan Dan sal die deur oop staan Nie volgens mense se planne nie Maar soos die Here dit bepaal
Ja, dis moeilik om jou mense en jou diere agter te laat
Daai laaste groet by familie sny dit deur jou uit
Maar vir 'n veiliger môre vir jou kinders se bestaan
Vat jy daai kans met geloof
En hou net aan
En as jy bly in Suid-Afrika Dan is dit ook jou pad
Want elke mens se journey
Leef veilig in God se hand
Ja
Wees geduldig, alles het 'n doel Selfs wanneer die wêreld koud voel
Wat bedoel is vir jou sal altyd kom
Net soos die Here dit bestem het van die begin af
Ja,
die fietsjes begin van vooraf Met trane, hoop en geloof
Van Suid-Afrika se stofbaie
Na nuwe lande die oseaan groot
Ja, maak jou besluit
Bid daaroor, stik daarby Want die pad sal unfold soos dit bedoel was vir jou en my
En wanneer jy dit die minste verwag
Kan daai oproep jou lewe verander oornag
So moenie moet verloor nie
Hou net vas aan die lig
Want God vergeet nooit jou naam nie
Selfs nie in die donkerste tyd
So Debbie Ackerman last night, what's this about some family being evicted and they have no jobs and they have child protective services involve their children? What's going on there? And who is Girl in the Jeep and where is that posted? X, Gitter, Blue Sky, Facebook, WhatsApp. I need more information, Kathleen. That's really just wild stuff. That really doesn't help us out at all. Yeah, you like that. That was done by Debbie. She put that together. So give me a second here. I'm looking for something else here. There we go. Yeah. Back to the reggae, man. Yeah. Lekker Friday evening.
I built a bot to keep the peace, but it turned into the language police. Said my words were too loud, too long, too wrong, like I was breaking some robot law. It beeped and it booped, said your emojis don't compute. I hit delete, but it rebooted. The bot went wrong, out of control. It censored my soul.
The bot went wrong, out of control. It censored my soul. Oh no, oh no. The bot went wrong, no stopping the scroll. Had to pull the plug to save my flow.
The bot went rogue. Indeed, folks. Indeed, 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 indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. So, there you go. The bot went rogue. Yeah. So, I'm just looking for something here on that other platform. Cape Town and Pretoria running dead heats on my Facebook page. 25.4%, 25.1% viewers. All right, folks. Agent that she must look for her own accommodations. Others are too full of complaints. Well, then they could complain to ORR about that. Lizette, stop watching that person's videos. It's very negative. I don't even know who that person is. Sounds suspect. Bet there's more to the story. I know, that's what I said. I can't do anything with that information. Nothing I can do with that information. I played The Bot Went Rogue, Sally. You still here? Yep. So that was The Bot Went Rogue. Good stuff. I love that one. So, yep. Email Avalanche, Pala Pala, Old Faithful. That was a good one. No compensation. Meerkats in space. We've had some good ones. The reggae and the country are the ones seem to come out the best. Sharon says, can you see my chat, Sally? I don't know if Sally can see them, but I can see them. You're welcome, Andy. You're very welcome. Oh. Don't forget, folks, we got Night Owls tonight, and tomorrow we've got rugby on Rugby Ascendant. Yep. All right. Cool beans. All right. And if somebody knows how to remove people on your Facebook page, block people, please let me know so I can do that. The Smiths in the U.S. Oh, my goodness. How you guys doing? Oh, that's the other Smiths. That's the ones at Ypsilanti, Ann Arbor. $10 super chat. Thank you for that. Well, I am taking money for FGs. Look at that. Wear a sign. Oh, Lizette, we played it like last night twice. Just played Wear a Sign. Yep. Anyway, yep, so this Facebook thing, I'm still trying to figure it all out. Anyway, doesn't really tell me what I'm looking for. Moderation. Content, profile, business support. Doesn't tell me how to do it. Best decade ever. That's a good song, too. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. I've got other things I've got to get done. We got the rugby coming up here shortly. So, all right, you guys take care. I'll see you later on. You're welcome, Uncle Marty. You guys be well. All right? Thanks for being here. Really do appreciate your support for the channel. It's not taken lightly. I know it takes a lot of people's time to view this stuff and hang out with us, and I hope you enjoy it. Be well.